Welcome back to MediaBistro.com's Media Beat. We're here again with MSNBC's Contessa Brewer. We're going to talk a little bit about the network right now, if it's all right. And the beginning of the year, MSNBC switched the dayside schedule a little bit. There were some two-anchor programs, like It's the Economy. It was sort of a theme-driven show that you had worked on. And now we're back to the single-anchor news programs. How do you think that's going, and how do you think it's changed the flow of the day?
Well, I miss my friend Melissa Francis. I really enjoyed the program I had with her, and I feel like, you know, she is so dynamic and smart and talented that it was fun for me to sit next to her. But, you know, being alone means I can conduct the interviews the way I think they should be conducted, that you're not, you know, I know where I'm going, I know which news I think it's important to get in, and sometimes when you have someone sitting beside you, they steer things in a different direction. So it's a little different. And there are good things about it. And the bad part about it is when you crack a joke, there's nobody there to laugh at your lame joke. You're pretty much up there laughing at yourself. I like it. And, you know, I think that this program in the middle of the day, lunchtime for the East Coast, and, you know, the start of the workday for the West Coast, and we're trying our best to get in a lot of news and cover a lot of different topics and really leave people with the sense that they're well informed for the day ahead. Yeah.
In the primetime block, it's very personality driven, and we've seen that that's worked for some of the networks. But do you think that it's going to be important going forward for news anchors on the day side or any other time of the day to sort of have more personality, or for an audience to connect with the personality of the news anchor in a way that's been different from the past?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think people who, for instance, watch me on a regular basis would say that I do show a lot of personality within the confines of that particular news program, that there are opportunities already to be who you really are. And anybody who spends a long time on television, if you spend a lot of hours in front of a camera, the real you eventually comes out.
And speaking of spending a lot of time on air, when you're on air a lot, it's live television, there are mishaps and that happen. Yeah. And there have been some that have happened with you, and I'm wondering, you know, I'm speaking, for example, you know, recently, or not that recently, but the Jesse Jackson-Al Sharpton incident that happened.
Joining me now to talk about this and the nation's real problem of joblessness, the Reverend Al Sharpton. What's your reaction to hearing someone say, you know, when it comes to income inequality, all's well, the rising tide floats all boats?
I'm Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Right. I'm so sorry. The script in front of me said Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm looking at your face. I know who you are, Reverend Jackson. We all do. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like those kind of gaffes get more attention from you than other people, or do you feel like it's sort of standard for the industry?
I don't know, because I don't Google everybody else, but I do Google myself. Yeah. And yes, I think that I get a lot of attention for that. And the reason why those things make me crazy, because, you know, this is what I was saying about juggling. This job is really about how many balls do you have in the air at once. And when something shows up in the teleprompter that's wrong, I'm the final gatekeeper. I'm the last person to try and make sure that the facts are right, that what we're moving forward and we're putting out there is, most importantly, factually correct. And in that case, I missed it. I didn't see it, didn't catch it, didn't realize I'd said it. And once it became very obvious that I had said it, the best thing I can do at that point is just to apologize. And the Reverend has been very gracious and accepted my apology. And actually, it's turned into a great opportunity to develop a relationship with someone that I admire. And I think he always brings an interesting perspective on current events. The part that is still a bitter pill to swallow, I really hate that something like that can paint your whole career with, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know who you're talking to. I hate that. And, you know, when I was younger in my career, if I had made a mistake like that, there were no blogs to keep it in perpetuity.
You're looking at me?
Well,
I do have a blog that keeps things in perpetuity.
Whether you do or not, there will be someone else to pick up that slack, so I won't hold it against you in particular.
Well, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
that. That's the end of this part of our interview with Contessa Brewer.
What an end it was, too.
Yeah. We'll be back to hopefully smooth things out in part 3 We're going to talk a little bit about social media and the news business. So stick around for part 3 of MediaBistro.com's Media Beat.